You think you know me?
I guess we'll get to work.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, welcome to BigDanz Nostalgia Trip. And with me is Mike Allen.
Hello.
And we got some unfinished business with these game developers.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see, we left
We
off
were
with the letter
down
D, I
to.
believe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yep, can't believe these fuckers take this long. But anyways, I think I last talked about Deep Silver. Then we got, okay, it's Demps, Double Fine, man, they got Psychonauts.
True. Never played. Oh no. Yes, I did. I had it on the Xbox, the original one.
Yeah.
Interesting game. It's a Tim Schafer game.
Oh
I, I like.
yeah,
I like the style because it had humor.
yeah, also it kind of reminded me of something I watched on Nickelodeon.
Okay. Yeah, it does have that feel to it, like it could be a cartoon in itself. So
Oh
I
yeah,
see what you mean.
and
What did
let's
you like about it?
well, I like the look to it. The voice actors are pretty good too. I mean, Steve Blum
Hmm.
being the crazy detective. Some of the
Yeah.
characters were whack. Like
Yeah.
heard that I heard some dark rumors about some of the characters. You know,
Go on.
that's that one goth school love interest. I heard
Hmm.
she's gonna come off a little bit more sexual, but since they're kind of like 12, I think they kind of cut that out.
Yeah.
And I think that the crazy milkman was supposed to be a pedophile. Uh,
Sure, this isn't Japanese.
yeah, I think they go like, "I am the milkman. I like to rape children." You just came out and say it. I think
No.
they changed that.
Yeah, because I don't think they would have got the humor in the West.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think he was trying to be funny in that part, because it's like a mental asylum level.
All right.
But yeah, aside at least they cut all that stuff and made it kid friendly. Um,
Yeah,
it's got some pretty good voice actors in it. And big variety on the worlds and the powers and stuff.
that's true.
And anybody else want to be like a sick psychic powered secret agent?
Hmm.
If you do, email me.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the list. I see. Good old Eidos
Ardos?
Interactive. Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure they did Deus Sets, but here they're mostly known for Hitman and Tomb Raider.
Well, no, they did do Deus Ex because they were well, they didn't actually make the game. That was Ion Storm,
Mm.
but they published it for them.
Well, Deus Ex Female Revolution is a very good game.
Hmm.
And Tomb Raider series I hope to get into soon. And Hitman, I am like no good at. I'm the kind of guy that gets caught right away.
Yeah.
Then usually,
They also made Legacy of Kain, Thief,
uh,
Time Splitters, and Fear Effect. Remember that on the PlayStation One?
yeah, I haven't got to play it though. I want to.
Yeah.
I've been able to.
It's hard to get a hold of though.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else? Have you played any Tomb Raider games?
I played Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. They're okay.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'd say it's
but
probably like the new Tomb Raider ripped off Uncharted, which ripped off Tomb Raider, which they both ripped off Indiana Jones.
yeah.
This is
Well, to be honest, there's only so many styles you can do before you start copying each other anyway. So oh, I won't worry about it. I mean, the thing is, like I said, the it's hard to come up with, say, a new third-person type platformy sort of game
yeah.
without copying stuff that has already been made. But no, I always enjoyed their games, and also I think that recently, because they were acquired by Square Enix, I think Eidos has actually made some of the better games that Square Enix has released in the last 2 years or more.
That's true. Let's see here. NX, you said? Um,
No, Square Enix, the new company.
yeah, no, I do appreciate them more in their Square Soft, but
Well, so do I. It just seems a bit sad that their best games are made by a company they've acquired and not their own IPs.
yeah. Well, what about Mindjack?
Mindjack never played that, so.
It's like we don't talk about Mindjack.
Well, every company has, something that they do
Yeah.
badly. Yeah, no company's perfect.
Yeah,
I
yeah, no
mean,
one's a perfect artiste. You give, we'll just wait, give it time, and a company or an actor will release something bad. They always do.
well, the example, I think, is it Tomb Raider 5 or 6 before Crystal Dynamics took over?
Yeah,
It was one of the poorer Tomb Raiders where they just churned out a new game because they had to produce something.
yeah, I know you're talking about Angel of Darkness.
Mm.
They churned it out so it can come released along the same time as the Tomb Raider movie. Um, so I guess but people get pumped about the movie to go check out the new game.
Mm.
Um, but they rushed the game; it was incomplete. That's why it's all messed up.
Yeah, so the point being is that no company makes mistakes.
Yeah. Can you think of anybody has a perfect track record?
Flipping heck. No. I was going to mention Rare, but then they did the remake of their own games on the Xbox, like Conker's Third Day, and
Yeah.
they basically dubbed out all the swear words. So I can't really think of any company.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of rare, like the Donkey Kong, they made Donkey Kong and
Yeah.
fucking Nintendo. They took all the Donkey Kong games off the Nintendo Wii shop, just so they can have a Donkey Kong HD trilogy. I don't know if it's HD or not, but a Donkey Kong trilogy on the Wii U shop for
So,
$35.
someone is having a laugh.
Yeah, when you could buy all three games on the Wii for a grand total of $24. So they're trying to freaking rip us off for 11 more bucks.
Although to be honest, I think Nintendo's been trying to rip us off for years. I mean, an example, it's like when they're releasing their own games that they've released umpteen times, and they're charging $12 for a Super Nintendo game, which you don't own the manual. You just got a little ROM on your Wii or Wii U, and it's running on an emulator after all that. I just think that's a bit much. I should really bring the prices down, make it fairer,
Hmm.
especially for something they've already made a profit multiple times.
I agree. And speaking of a company that has not made for have a perfect track record, EA
Mm.
Games.
Yeah. The funny thing is that when Electronic Arts started, the basic premise was that they wanted to have a company where the artists could create games that they wanted to make, and without the restrictions of a publisher dictating to them exactly how they made the games. Now
Mm-hmm.
look at them. Now they're exactly like the company that they were trying not to be. They're dictating to everyone. They're taking bits of games out to sell as DLC. Or they're releasing versions of their own game with microtransactions up the ass.
Yeah,
What happened to them?
I have
I mean,
no fucking clue.
in my opinion, I think the downward spiral of EA started when they got the franchise for John Madden and FIFA Soccer. Because as soon as they got hold of that, they realised, you know what, we can actually just release the same game with roster list updates, and then sell it brand new again, and the fans bought it every year ever since.
The bastard fans. Wait. Yeah, yeah, like why? It's seriously, I mean, like WWE for example, I really only buy SmackDown like every other year because for the updated
Yeah,
roster. It's
yeah.
like okay, like Christian's no longer wrestling WWE, but I don't have Sheamus in this game, so I need to bring them out. So
Hmm.
so it's really you don't need to buy like WWE back to back to back,
No.
especially since they stopped giving a shit about story mode.
Yeah.
The last good
Oh,
story mode was like 2007.
yeah, pretty much. Although to be fair, I was going to say they have produced some really good games, EA. It's just that it seems to me what they do, like with the Tiger Woods Golf, which I've never played, FIFA Soccer, etc. They seem to release those and use the money to help them pay for other projects.
To a
That's
good
what it seems
bad thing.
seems to me.
Uh, but
Um, I mean, just looking at their games, you've got Need for Speed. They've got nearly as many as that as bloody FIFA Soccer. And then you got The Sims. I don't know who keeps buying that and buying every expansion pack for that. But
It's like, fuck my real life. I need Sims.
yeah, but looking at some of the interesting games, you've got Dead Space. I've never actually played that yet.
That's actually good.
and you got the Mass Effect trilogy, although allegedly they're working on a fourth one. But I
Yeah,
don't know how they're going to introduce it because I'm pretty sure the story is complete.
yeah.
And
Well, I know it's not gonna start Shepard,
yeah,
but
no, but how does it relate to the rest of the Mass Effect universe?
well, we don't know yet. But and I heard he might do an MMO. I'd be down for that.
Oh dear.
That's the only series that can get me interested in MMO again.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I plan on shelling out 120 bucks to get the whole freaking trilogy again.
No. I mean, I've got the trilogy, but I just can't be bothered with the DLC to sort of,
Yeah,
pay nearly twice as much as the trilogy cost.
yeah. Oh yeah, at least the DLC's fucking good. At least in the third game.
Yeah, damn well wants to be for $120.
Yeah. Well, that's everything combined.
Pun?
That's about everything combined.
All right. Oh,
Like
that's
that's all
cool.
free games, all free DLCs. Um, but yeah, like the third game DLC. Second game you can kind of go without. I would just get the DLC for the characters. Yeah,
Mm.
if you like the.
All right. All right. No, and then you got Dragon Age, which I've yet to play.
That's also very good.
And they got Army of Two. I know that
That
not
ain't very
everyone
good.
liked that.
No,
It's not. Okay. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
that's good.
So, they actually have some really good stuff. It's just,
Oh,
they
not to
kind of,
mention they did Baldur's Gate.
really?
Yep.
Hmm. I'm pretty sure that's BioWare before they went to
Oh, you're right.
EA. So, but maybe they could actually do a new Baldur's Gate. That would be nice. It's been quite a long while since the last one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just for EA, for every step that they make, like they did that Mirror's Edge, and that was a new IP which they took a risk at. They seem to do really stupid things. I just don't understand them sometimes. It's like they make really, really good games, give the people what they want, and then they'll release something else and they only sell half the game and DLC the rest, or they release free versions, and then when you go to play it, it's like, yeah, but if you want this, you got to pay 50 cents and 50 cents of that.
You son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Oh,
Man, if this game wasn't free, I would come down there and kick your ass. Aye.
I will be happy to pay. Let's see here. Yeah, I hate those games that's like free, but you gotta pay to do anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Oh
actually
yeah.
playing that Candy Crush game for the first time,
All right.
and it's not bad. I mean, I get Bejeweled and stuff like that, and there's actually a game indie game called Around the World in 80 Days, which
All right.
I find might be a lot better than Candy Crush. But and so it's all right. But then I run out of lives. Like pay 99 cents in order to continue. Like I'm done with this game.
To continue, they're joking, aren't they?
No, they're not joking.
Damn, man. That's an insult. I would just uh, uninstall that straight away. Bye.
Oh man, let's see here.
You got Epic Games because I used to be a huge fan of the Unreal series.
And I used to be a huge fan of the Gears of War series. So
Yeah. No, the first Unreal game, I think it came out around about 1998, 99, and the game is huge. It's a first-person shoot 'em up with about 30 hours of gameplay,
that's pretty
and
big for a shooter.
that was very rare, you know, for that time. And although before that, an example, they got this game called Jazz Jackrabbit, and basically it's like a knockoff of Sonic the Hedgehog. So instead of having Sonic the Hedgehog, you had this rabbit running really fast and doing spins and what have you.
Oh, that's ain't infringement at all.
The thing is, I'm surprised they got away with it.
But no. Apparently, no one talks about Jazz Jackrabbit these days.
No, because pretty much I'm the only person I know that's ever heard of
Or like Jizz Jackrabbit or something.
it. So, what did you think of the Gears of War games?
Very good. They're a little bit boring when you're playing by yourself. It's basically the best kind of game you can play with a friend.
All right.
It'd be a great co-op like War Buddy type game and stuff, and the shooting and stuff. Sadly, though, people blame Gears of War because that started the whole cover system shooting, which annoyed a lot of people because it exploded on the industry.
No, but then to be fair, the industry has a tendency of copying each other. I mean, think about it. It's like when Max Payne came out, there was quite a few games afterwards that used the old slow-mo feature.
Yeah.
It's like, damn you, Max Payne! Now I have to play the game in slow-mo all the time.
Killing floor.
Man, I like that game, but sometimes it really gets on my tit. You know, like I'm shooting someone, and then you get a sequence of slow-mo things, and then by the time it goes back to normal, someone has shot you or you've been beaten up because you haven't been able to spin around in time because it's really slow.
Yeah. Good times, huh?
Yeah, but it adds to the game.
Oh yeah, and Gears of War, by the way, chainsaw machine guns. Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice and original.
yeah, oh yeah.
Ugh.
Thing I liked about Gears of War
Yeah.
is it looked beautiful.
Let's see here. What's another company? But yeah, by the way, the books are a lot better than the Gears of War games.
All right, well, I'll read those first then. Firaxis Games. Um, basically, Sid Meier, he works with a company called Microprose back in the late 80s, early 90s, and they went bankrupt. So he opened up his own company, and he's well known for making the Civilization franchise and things like Colonization, which were these sort of strategy games where it wasn't real time strategy, but turn based, and you would build an empire from nothing. And as you built the empire, you would get new scientific discoveries. An example in Civilization 2, they had some guy dress up as Elvis Presley as your entertainment advisor. That was quite funny. You know, you got the king calling you king.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. I thought it was funny. Hey, King, King.
Nice having you on the show, Elvis.
Pardon?
It's nice to have you on the show, Elvis.
But no, to be honest, I think if you never played the Civilization game, you should give it a try because it's not like anything else. Because normally you've got a map and that's it. So you've got a mission to achieve. In this game, it's the entire world, and there's about 8 or 9 civilizations, and when your armies meet, you've got diplomacy. It's quite deep actually for a game.
That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I'll check out a review sometime.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, and let's see here. My next one actually is in the letter G.
Hmm.
Game Freak. Oh, they must be swimming in money.
Oh God. To be honest, I think Game Freak must feel sick of Pokemon. It's like, yes, I know it makes us money, but can't we make something else, please, please?
I remember
We're begging you.
they're like they hold up a Pokemon game. It just prints out money.
Yeah, you got the managing director saying, "I would like you make another game, but I need money for my drug habit, man."
Pokemon. We'll just make some blue or whatever.
Blue, pink, white, yellow, black, white, whatever.
How many legendaries do we have now? 80. That's we could throw in 2 more.
Yeah. How many Pokemon we got? 700? I'm sure we can make another 50.
Yeesh, that's way too many to catch. People we train Pokemon in the black market and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, even Ash must be fed up with collecting them by now.
Pokemon, I give up.
Yeah. I tap out. I tap out. I can't take anymore. The more I collect, the more you that disappear out of the woodwork.
I can't afford the storage shed space anymore.
Yeah. I've already rented out an entire motel and there's still not enough space.
Oh man.
I was going to say Gearbox. I'm sure they would interest you.
Of course. They
I I actually remember when they released an expansion pack for the original Half-Life.
I'm sure you
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Opposing Force and Blue Shift. And basically, you needed the original Half-Life to play the game, and then you'd install the expansion packs.
And
And
then
ironically, I've completed Opposing Force and Blue Shift, but I've never completed the original Half-Life.
is Half-Life that bad?
No, it's not that bad. It's just you get to a point in the game where there's this spoiler alert, massive spider, and it just kept kicking my ass.
Oh,
I just rage quit the thing. It's like, fuck this game.
I know them feels, bro.
And apparently Gearbox ported Halo onto the PC.
Yes, they did. And of course, they did my favorite out of stuff, Borderlands and Borderlands 2,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
me and Alexi must have like 200 hours docked on that game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, after the success of Borderlands, we go into the dark side because you've got Duke Nukem Forever, and I think I think there's some fans that actually wished it would take forever to come out because
It's
what
so
were 3D
bad.
Realm doing for 17 years?
I don't know, eating chicken.
And then afterwards, you got Aliens Colonial Marines.
That game was pretty fucking bad. I literally, the very first enemy I fought, the very first alien, glitched. I
You know,
understand it'd be a few minutes, maybe an hour if I encounter a glitch or something, but the very first enemy.
the thing I didn't get about it is the game is called Aliens Colonial Marines, not Colonial Marines. I mean, I think it's after about two or three levels, the aliens disappear and you're just fighting random dudes.
Yeah, and they all look like the same black guy.
Yeah.
No offense, but but yeah, they all look the
Oh, no.
same. It's like I think they're androids or something or whatever, you know. Um, and we had the first alien I fought when the way he glitched, he just turned and ran, and he went through the wall like a ghost. And I tried, and I couldn't go through the walls, but this guy can like run through the walls and shit. You know, like it was like fighting a phantom.
No. Wow.
Yeah, and the AI was pretty bad. Like they just kept coming at you, like directly
Mm,
at you and stuff. Which does work because they rush you. And I got hurt pretty bad a lot. But the aliens in the other games were intelligent. If like coming at you straight, it didn't really work, then they would sense that and like do different maneuvers.
yeah.
The Alien vs Predator 2010 was really good. Um, like I
Yeah, I
go
agree.
to this door and trying it's locked and stuff, and
Mm,
I'm like hearing my guy's like on the other side get shot, and little
yeah.
did I know there's an alien that had snuck up behind me like in the fucking movie, all quiet and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, man, you nearly got me there. Uh, and freaking, I do climb up on the ceilings and stuff, and probably probably one of the worst ones because it was hard to see at times because they also bled the acid blood in that
Yeah.
game, which made it fuzzy for you. And I had to
Mm,
fight like multiple ones like close right next to me in this dark room. You know, the lights were like just flickering, so I had like acid in my face with no lights and stuff. There was a bunch around me. I just get shot until I survived.
yeah. Yeah, it just sounds so much more fun.
Yeah,
Do you think it's worth buying? Because I've never played that.
the first one, in the 2010, yeah.
2010.
Hmm.
No, the thing that gets me is that if you think about it, if all the aliens do is run straight at you, it's almost as if 15 years of PC gaming or console gaming never happened. Because that's the sort of thing I'd expect to see on Doom, came out in 1993. I don't expect to play a game where the aliens jump around and an example is like if you shoot at them, they'll jump on the ceiling, they'll jump on the walls. They don't just run straight at you. It's like this isn't aliens, this is Doom.
Pretty much. Let's do a different paint job.
Yeah, it's like damn it, man, I've been ripped off.
Oh wait, is this got a sticker on it? Son of a bitch, it's Doom.
Imagine if that was true. It's like
Yeah.
I've been ripped off. It really is Doom.
I would love for a company just to do that, just once.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I was looking at reviews today, and they got this game. Um, where is it? Yabai Ninja Gaiden Z. Apparently, it's so bad that they reckon it's the worst game of the year.
Ninja Clan has down clients in such a Gaiden too.
Yeah. Apparently, they dumbed it down to such an extent it doesn't even resemble Ninja Gaiden anymore.
Ninja Gaiden Z.
Yeah.
What platform is it?
I think it's on Xbox 360 or let me just quickly load it
Oh,
back up.
okay.
PlayStation 3.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the art style looks great, but apparently it's supposed to be really bad.
Hmm.
So
I
it
played that.
seems.
I know they kind of went the way of the fucking like was it piggish because I mean
Mm.
I get because the ninjas, the female ninjas aren't don't not resemble anything look like fucking ninjas.
No, no, they're not.
Seriously, I like ninjas are supposed to be I want those girls in head to toe black, you
Yeah,
know. And I mean cloth, not skin tight leather black.
yeah.
I mean I want their faces covered. Okay, you don't have that face covered still. You know what I mean though.
Well, of course.
But these women look like fucking strippers.
Yeah,
Literally, I'm like, you're not supposed to notice them, but these women I'll easily take a second glance at.
yeah, yeah. You'd be walking along. Whoa, there's a stripper on the wall.
Yeah, it's like they're like, there's tits hanging from the ceiling, you know. But it's
No, I was going to say it's one of those where you got two guys, and one says to the other, "Should I tell her, or will you tell her that we can actually see her?" It's hard not to see you. We can see your tits,
yep,
and also they're tickling my head.
like your ninja tits. But yeah, it's and but what I mean by piggish, like on the PS3 version,
Mm.
if you with the thanks to the sits access controller, just shake your controller and their tits will automatically start jiggling. It's basically they will boom boom boom, and imagine if you're like at the fucking like a dentist or something, they just start doing
Yeah.
it on their own. Like I got no control of them.
Yeah. And there's a male dentist looking down at them thinking,
It's gonna be hard to
uh,
concentrate.
uh, can you stop doing that, please?
I can't. I can't wait till the batteries run out or something.
Yeah. I was going to say you got Grasshopper.
Oh, before we move on though, for those who are ninja enthusiasts, check out the show called Ninja the Mission Force. It is
All right.
hilarious.
Is that an anime or a normal
No,
series?
it's a normal series. But I like won a reward for comedy and stuff. And it's a damn good series.
Okay.
And basically, what's the guy named Auntie Poe or something? Monty Bogart. Basically, they're inspired by this one guy because basically, with half the movies like that's actual stuff they did. The other half is like clips from old ass films that they kind of dubbed in to make it look like it's part of the movie.
Right.
Yeah, it's all really good.
All right.
Anyways,
Yeah, I'll put that on my bookmark list.
I think it's on YouTube channel Neon Harbor.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go and check that out in a minute.
Okay. Next up, you said Grasshopper Games.
Yeah, I thought that would interest you because there's a few Grasshopper games that you personally like. You know, stuff like No More Heroes, Killer 7, Shadows of the Damned.
Bayonetta.
No, that's not Grasshopper. That's Platinum Games.
Okay, I think they had a hand in it a bit. Yeah. Or I thought.
Uh,
But yeah, No More Heroes. And if they make it No More Heroes free, that's another reason for me to buy a Wii U. That's for sure.
yeah,
I mean, I love me some. You guys watching my No More Heroes 2 Let's Play, by the way? Are you guys watching?
I haven't actually seen you post any new parts. I mean, you've been doing Mega Man recently.
Oh yeah, well, first one, it's on my other channel.
Oh, that will explain why I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's either one's BigDanz or BGM Studio. However, Google Plus got my account name these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's on the other secondary channel. I think I ran out of parts on part 18, so I got to edit some more.
Mm. Apparently, they did Fatal Frame 4.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, Fatal Frame 4?
Yeah, it
Son of a
says
bitch.
there in May 2007, Suda announced during a speech at the 2000 Games Developers, just bypass that, three titles for the Wii, two which have now been released: No More Heroes and Fatal Frame 4. There's no information on the third title.
Wait, No More Heroes, Fatal Frame, what?
Fatal Frame 4.
Was there anything else?
No, it just said the third game wasn't announced.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just I didn't know they actually made it or had something to do with it.
I'm looking forward to it.
And you ever heard of Blood: The Last Vampire?
Yeah, I heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Well, they released a sequel last year called Blood Plus, and
Everyone talks
apparently,
about that.
well, they got a game here,
Oh, nice.
Blood Plus One Kiss.
I
So
I know it's made a Blood Last Vampire live action film.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've seen that as well.
Was it good? Cause I was gonna check it out.
It's all right. I mean, it's the same as the anime. The problem with the anime is it starts halfway through a series and finishes halfway through it as well. So it doesn't really have an ending or beginning.
Hmm.
It's one of those where you think, huh? What the hell was
Yeah, cause
that
I
all
watched like
about?
the first two episodes. I'm like, I'll pass for now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
So, let's see. Wait, No More Heroes Free. We need more. Oh,
Yeah.
HAL Laboratory.
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Basically, Sakurai's company.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we got the Kirby series, which I'm currently playing right now.
Hmm.
I'm playing the Dream Collection, which is a grind, so there's 6 games in one.
Yeah.
But it's cute. It's Kirby. It's old SNES tough. So
But then, to be fair, you don't have to play them all back to back. You can play one and then play something else and then come
yeah,
back.
but you know how like I put off shit.
Yeah.
I was looking at Silent Hill by Silent Hill 2 that's playing like that was December of 2012.
Nice.
But I'm gonna at least like get half done and start posting it.
All right.
And then there's the Mother series, like Mother Earth, whatever. Um,
Earthbound.
Earthbound, yeah. People love that shit. I never saw the appeal.
I've never even played it, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't know. And then, of course, you got the Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah. The series where Sakurai took every shot he can at Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Like, cause if you guys watch freaking, I think he literally makes Kirby look so overpowered in that game.
Mm.
And he gets Mario gets his ass kicked a whole lot.
Yeah. I must admit, I do like their logo because you got this dog that's sleeping. That's pretty cool.
He
Oh.
check out logos.
Yeah, I'm easily pleased.
Yep. Hudson Soft, I'm sure you know about them.
Oh yeah, good old Hudson Soft. Basically, when the PC Engine was released, Hudson Soft pretty much made every game for it.
That's pretty admirable.
Well, yeah, they produced Bomberman. That was a massive game. You must have heard of Bomberman.
Of course I have. I just never got to play it though. It was like a little bit. I
Oh,
always
it's
wanted to
it.
try Bomberman Zero, that shitty sequel that nobody wanted.
Well, to be honest, if you're going to play Bomberman, you really want two or three people
Yeah. I
because
seen a video where like they hooked a special and it was like there's extra controller adapters onto the Nintendo, and so
mm,
like 6 or 8 people were playing at once.
mm.
It was like chaos.
Oh yeah, because they released a version on the Sega Saturn where they had 10 people,
That's cool.
and he had these two five-player adapters, and it was just insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get me a Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's retro buy. After I sick about out of retro consoles.
Oh, okay. No, it's worth getting because there are some really good games in it.
Oh, word up. Sega Saturn. Yeah, I've heard a lot of games were expensive.
Well, they can be, but if you keep an eye on flea markets, you'd be amazed how cheap you can get hold of the games when the people don't know what they're worth.
Yeah. Okay. Next company I see is actually in my top five. Idea Factory.
All right.
They're like basically most like a Japanese themed company, and they make a lot of good RPGs and stuff. And like they currently made two PSP games I'm currently playing right now. Sweet Fuse, which is a
Okay.
pretty kick-ass visual novel, and
Yeah.
Spectra Souls, which is a damn good tactical RPG.
Okay.
Um,
I've never even heard of them.
oh yeah, good. So actually, I'm gonna click and see what else I recognize.
I mean, I've heard of Record of what looks like Argarest War,
Okay,
but I've never played it or seen it.
let's see.
Amnesia.
Record of Argus Warrior, right? Oh, maybe they made the PSP version of Amnesia. Let's see here. But yeah, a lot of good RPGs and whatchamacallits, anime adaptations and visual
Mm.
novels.
All right. I've heard of Hyperdimension
Oh,
Neptunia.
Neptunia. Oh yeah, they're pretty cool. I
Okay.
would say if you can find it cheap, buy it cheap because it's not that great. 'Cause the characters are a little bit unbearable or annoying, but
All right.
it's a pretty neat idea how you're playing like inside the game or something. Like this is memory card station and stuff like that. Uh,
That sounds funny.
okay. What's another?
um, you got um, Ignition Entertainment who did the Metal Slug games. For the SNK, they're sort of left right shoot 'em ups.
I didn't really play too. I got the Metal Slug Anthology.
Mm,
Thank you, Brett, for that birthday present. But not too big a fan. And for those who care, there's ID Software, which did all those first-person retro games like Wolfenstein, Doom, and Quake.
mm. No, id Software. Then, in my opinion, they were a company that basically churned out the same thing.
Yeah,
Because if you look at, say, Quake, it's pretty much just Doom with slightly better graphics. And then afterwards, they released Quake 3, which was one of the first multiplayer shoot 'em ups, which came out the same year as Unreal Tournament by Epic Games. And a lot of the things that you see in the modern day multiplayer games, you can you can actually see the roots go back to idsoft. The problem is, in my opinion, they've become rather stale recently.
yeah. I mean, again, they're probably getting old and tired. They probably need some new blood in that company.
Well, John Carmack left the company, so that should tell you everything you need to know, I think. What was it? A few other games that Ignition did. They did the King of Fighters games, which
Oh, I love that series.
are hugely popular. What else did they do? They did Samurai Showdown. That was pretty much King of the Fighters, but it was with samurai because at the time SNK they had quite a few different beat 'em ups. You know, things like Fatal Fury, and they all played the same.
Yeah, Fatal Fury, at least I like.
Okay.
It's basically King of
Muram.
Fighters, but that's what they used to call it before, and they changed the name.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. It was a different series because
Same characters, dude. I'm telling you,
yeah,
I played them
I
all.
know, I know, I know, but it was a different game completely
So you
because it
mean
came.
so it's sort of like an alternate universe?
I don't know, but it came out the same time as King of the Fighters.
Well,
Uh,
to me, it's like Rockman, Mega Man, you know?
well, pretty much, or Mega Man X.
Right? Yeah.
It's just the same game but with different characters. And there's one game I'd love to get on the Wii. It's Muramasa, the Demon Blade. I mean, I know nothing about it, but it just sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they did Blacklight Tango Down on the PC. I wonder if it's the same as that Blacklight Retribution.
Let's see. What else? We got Infinity War for the Call of Duty series. Everybody gives a shit about that.
Yeah, that no,
Thanks.
but that was when they were good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, the early Call of Duties were pretty fun. Hard,
Yeah,
but they were fun challenge.
yeah.
Um, Insomniac
Ever
game.
play any? Pun? I
Oh, go on.
was going to say, did you ever play any Interplay games?
Interplay. The hell's that?
Interplay, they released a lot of stuff through uh, Activision, and they did do a lot of Super Nintendo games. It's like looking for a games list so I can give you a few ideas. Here we are. Here we are. Bear with me. Alone in the Dark.
Okay.
Must have heard that. Another World.
Oh yeah.
That they did Atomic Bomberman. They did Interplay released Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2. They actually had this game called Battle Chess, and when you actually used to move the characters, it had animations where they beat each other up.
Oh neat.
Blackthorn, that was very similar to what's his name? You know, the Sands of Time.
Oh yeah, Prince of Persia.
Well, the Blackthorn was very similar to the original Prince of Persia games. They released Carmageddon. You must have heard of
That's a
that.
classic.
What else have we got here that's I think might be interesting? Earthworm Jim,
Everyone loves to work from Jim. That's for sure.
Fallout 1, Fallout 2,
Oh hell yeah.
um, Icewind Dale,
Oh yeah, that's good.
MDK, Messiah. They were Shiny. Is it Shiny Soft? Guys who did Earthworm Jim.
I don't know. I didn't really play much for myself. I was more of a second guy than Nintendo.
Did you ever play Rock and Roll Racing? Because that came
No.
out on the Sega Genesis. That was like a top-down racing car game where you sort of blasted the crap out of each other with missiles.
Nah, I probably what I played most was like Road Rash.
Yeah. But no, the thing is they had a few really, really good games that
Yeah.
were released that people probably would not have heard of. I just thought I'd mention them, that's all. Were you going to mention IO Interactive?
Let me see. Well, we don't really have to, because we already came across like three people that freaking did the Hitman series. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know King Lynch, but I was actually gonna mention is Sonic games for Ratchet and Clank.
All right.
I was more of a Jack and Daxter fan, but I'll acknowledge these guys. Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, that series actually, that series is way too fucking long now that I think about it. I mean, I hear people are saying like they're getting sick of them. Cause seriously, I mean, like what's it? Jack and Dexter has like about 5 games if you count the racing game.
Hmm.
Sly Raccoon just came out with a fourth game. Ratchet and
Hmm.
Clank now have 10 games.
Yeah, and also you got the Spyro games
Yeah.
there,
But they're like,
and
yo, let's have a trilogy, and then what the hell, let's release two more, and then how about two spin-off games, like one for the PSP. Okay, now we're on the next gen PS3 system. Let's make a trilogy for this. Yeah. Hey, all
and
right.
also
What?
also they did Resistance trilogy, Resistance Fall of Man.
I heard that was decent. And there's a Ratchet and Clank movie coming out.
All right. Oh well.
Oh, and there's
Fuse.
one for the PlayStation Move.
Yeah, well, I won't be playing it.
Okay. Irrational Games of BioShock.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
Stop ripping off some shock. Did I
Yeah.
say risting off? Ripping off.
Yeah. Although it was their own game, so
Yeah.
you can't exactly accuse someone of ripping off their own game. Hey man, you just ripped off System Shock. Yeah, we made it. Oh, well, at least you didn't say that System Shock was ripping off Bioshock like that moron on your page.
Oh yeah. Like if I play System Shock Let's Play, I'm definitely gonna make that clear. Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
It's just I can't believe that anyone would be stupid enough to say that, especially when all you have to do is look at the copyright dates of when it was released.
mhm. Oh, I forget Joe Wood Entertainment.
All right.
They made some good series as far as I hear. I know Brett loves the shit at Painkiller series.
Mm,
Spellforce is pretty cool. It's kind of like StarCraft, Warcraft games, but with like Source of Magicry.
mm,
Um, right away, it's kind of like I don't, and you don't do the strategy, but you have like those missions in StarCraft where you'd
mm.
go on like it's like a foot mission. You have like maybe like 10 people with you, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like that,
All
but
right.
it doesn't have the big strategic battles build this shit. So if you like the solo missions, then that's Spellforce for you. That's
All
what I
right.
played.
And also you got the Gothic series. They're like a series of RPGs.
Yeah, I always want to try them, but I never had the money to spare.
Well, get them on your PC because you should be able to get them dirt cheap by now. I
I
mean, I've seen Gothic 4 for like $4 on GOG or Steam or one of those. So, you can get them quite cheap.
Yeah.
Only trouble is with Joe Wood, they seem to have a lot of mediocre games as well.
Oh yeah, for a good gym, there's a few turds.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
Cool.
remember?
What?
Do you remember Koei?
Koei, Koei. I think so. Yes, let me look at what they got here.
Dynasty Warriors 1 to 8.
Oh yeah, good shit right there. Dynasty. They did like the One Piece for those who like that.
Mm.
Um,
Fist of the North Star.
I really liked
Uh,
that. This guy, yeah. There you go. La
yeah.
Pool Tactics. Oh shit, they did Persona 3.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
The Europe version anyway.
All right.
Okay,
Maybe Atlas didn't have a European publishing center at that time.
and I believe we already did a whole podcast on this company,
Konami.
Konami. uh,
Yeah.
well,
No,
folks, they have Frogger Games and Dance Revolution.
yeah. They have a hell of a lot of Dance Revolution.
I know, right? I think they could probably like do their 75th game anniversary or something.
Mm. Yeah. Oh wow. Level 5. That's a blast from the past. I don't know if you ever heard of Level 5, but they were pretty much the RPG company because they did stuff like Dark Cloud, they did Dragon Quest 8, they did Rogue Galaxy. What else did they do? Mobile Suits, Gundam, Age, Cosmic Drive, and Universe Accelerate. White Knight Chronicles, Nino Kuni Wrath of the White Witch,
They sound fucking awesome.
Professor Layton.
Let's see here. What else? Oh, Gene Drac. Okay, these guys are officially on my top 10. Gene the Arc, which is my favorite PSP game.
All right. Oh, oh. Now you know why I mentioned them because I just thought they were really, really good. And what have we got down here? I mean, I still want to get Ni no Kuni. I just haven't got the money. But no, they've made quite a few really, really, really good games. It's not, normally you get the companies and they have a few amazing games that stick out from the crap. But in their case, I would say that pretty much most of the games that we get released in, the West tend to be the best of the best.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like well, Japan they get first. That's where Japan gets first pick, but then somehow we get the best pick.
Yeah,
Odd, huh? Let's see here. Well, they got the White Knight Chronicles. I know Brett likes that. Let's see here. A lot of Professor games.
yeah.
And they had this Wii U game they released yet called Wonder Flick. And scroll down, I thought I said Wonderfuck for a second.
Funny thing is, they got a machine here called the Roid. It's like, what the hell's that?
Let's see here. What's that? Lionhead Studios. This is famous for the Fable series.
Hmm. You mean Lionhead Studios?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
I guess we'll finish this part off with talking about the old mighty LucasArts.
Oh
Former
yeah.
LucasArts, anyway. They made a lot of good game and a shit ton of Star Wars games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But no, some of the early stuff was really good. I mean, they did what was it? Dark Knights and is it Dark Knight? Let me go for the list so I can give you the correct name rather than, going from my memory.
Okay.
I mean, I remember on the Commodore 64 they had Ball Blazer, which was like this. It was an isometric game where you were flying this ship forwards and you had to jump between different parts of the screen. Um, they released games for Epix, which I think became Atari.
Yeah.
Then later on, you had the point-and-click games like Maniac Mansion. You had the what do we have here? Things like Monkey Island, which hmm, some people like.
Yeah, yeah, there's friends of mine that are big fans of Monkey Island. I never liked monkeys, so
Yeah, yeah. And then you had Sam and Max, which was so successful that it was turned into a cartoon series.
it did.
Yeah, yeah, it's a series of Sam and Max, a cartoon. Full Throttle, that was another one of their point and click type games. I think there were a lot of those were Team Schafer games.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to. Oh God, what was the name of that game with that weird blob with the single eye?
The mall.
No, 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 no. It will come to me in a minute. But then of course you had their own Star Wars games. Like, do you remember the Star Wars trilogy on the Super Nintendo? So you had Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, and Super Return of the Jedi, which were all platformy sort of games.
Yeah.
They weren't bad. Yeah, Star Wars Dark Forces. That was one of their first person shoot 'em ups.
Yeah, it had some really dated graphics.
Yeah. Although by the time they did Jedi Outcast 2003, it actually looked quite good.
Mm-hmm. Although I didn't really like Jedi Outcast, the story anyway.
All right.
Gameplay is pretty cool. The
Yeah.
story I didn't really like. But anywho, I guess we'll have to wrap it up for this part, folks. I've got family saying it's calling me.
All right.
All right, y'all have a good night now.
And you.
Ciao.
Bye bye.